Good morning. Oh boy, I hope you didn't freeze on me.
You froze on me, but I think we're back. We're good.
Oh, of course we're starting out the new year with technology difficulties. We are doing so well.
Can you believe that we've been doing this for a year, Kristen?
I know. I saw that the other day. I'm like, oh my God, it's been a year. Cheers to that. Well, there's cheers to so much.
Cheers.
But we're both drinking as we are turning a new leaf into the new year. No alcohol, no cake. So much.
Maybe just for January.
Okay, maybe for January. You're right.
Sure. The new thing now is dry January.
Dry January. Yes, I read this morning in an article that it's the worst month for alcohol companies selling alcohol.
Yeah.
Everybody goes on the wagon.
So we're doing dry January. Good morning, Laura. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning.
All right.
Laura, we're toasting this morning with Rev.
Cheers.
I am. You'll be proud. To the new year and to starting off healthy and clean. We know all of our brides that got engaged. Hold on, I didn't drink. Okay. All of our brides that got engaged are on that same health kick. Now they're thinking, oh my God, I've got to fit into a dress and da-da-da. And grooms even, grooms are like, what am I going to wear? We need to make sure we're healthy and fit. So we're going to do the same thing kicking off the new year. And congratulations to everyone that got engaged over Christmas and New Year's. It's such a popular time.
It's really exciting. I kept seeing different posts that this friend was getting, engaged. They said yes, and all these other people saying. I actually had one friend. She's a mom of a girl I used to coach in softball, and she posted, "All my friends are getting married. All I see are engagement photos." Of course, I sent them our information.
Right, of course. Well, that's what we do. We're here to help. So it's been a year, and this year we're kind of we've got a program that we think we're going to kind of roll with for the year, right? So we're going to take 2020, cover all 50 states, and talk each week about a different unique destination. Focusing on like unique Airbnb units. I mean, that seems to be the big fad and the big trend this year is for clients to want to, have a destination wedding, which is what we're all about for the most part, and take their wedding to an experience, like a destination experience level. So this week, we're just kind of catching up with everyone and saying hello and letting you know what it's going to be like. And then next week, we're going into state number 1.
And I'm really excited about it because, people think destination wedding and there could be a couple places that pop into their head. And I don't think that people realize that there is a destination in every single state. There's something fun and unique everywhere that you can take your guests to and just have fun and enjoy it. So I think we talked, I know that we talked a lot last year about different pieces of the event. And I hope that showed everyone our experience and our knowledge and what we can do. And now we want to take you to all these amazing places that we've been to kind of show you what's out there.
Yeah, and we're still here for questions. So you still have that every Sunday. And you can certainly send us questions in advance or via email, or we still have our virtual wedding planning. So don't feel like we're abandoning you on the actual wedding planning questions this year. We're actually just going to give you knowledge about different destinations and unique locations. So,
and just real quick on the virtual planning, guys, if you are not familiar with what the virtual planning is, essentially what that is you being able to get the guidance and advice from professionals that do this every day for a living. We know that you guys are professionals in your field of work, and this is what we do. So you don't have to get a full service planner if you don't want to. If you have some questions, if you want to figure out how to do a budget, if you want to figure out how to do a seating plan, if you need to figure out what vendors you should get things from, or whatever the case may be, us to negotiate some contracts, we can do and provide just those services for you at a minimal cost. So that way you can get the help and the guidance needed and you're not blowing your budget.
Absolutely. And so, we have back to the healthy start of the new year as well. We also have the bridal retreat coming up in Savannah in March, which goes through a program of wedding planning kind of. I don't like to use the word boot camp, but we are at the beginning of the year, so I guess I can. We like to call it bliss camp. In a sense, you can come to that and you can actually be able to plan your wedding afterwards without hiring a planner unless you choose to. We have some people that at the end are like, you know what, we're still so busy. We have lives, we have pets, we have hobbies that we don't want to give up to, to plan our wedding. So we still obviously can do it. But at the end of the bridal retreat weekend, you still should be able to really have a good grasp on everything wedding planning related.
And it's great too. I've heard Abaco. At the end too, if you're feeling comfortable and you're feeling confident and you don't want that full service planning that we can provide for you, that's a great opportunity to get some of the packages that we have with the virtual planning to be able to call in and check in and say, this is where I'm at, X, Y, and Z. How can you assist me with this, this, and this? And we can just kind of keep you on the path. So there's different avenues to do with that.
Absolutely. Yeah. And the other thing too is we're also available to do site inspections and things like that with people. So as we're going around these 50 different locations, if there's somewhere that we're not talking about, but we will post in advance what state we're going to talk about the week before. So let's just say you're choosing Florida for whatever reason, and we're probably going to focus on Southwest or Southeast Florida. We'll let you know this week. But if you want to get married in Orlando or Destin or whatnot, still feel free to send through questions and we'll try to focus on those each week.
Absolutely. And it can be wedding, it can be rehearsal, it can be bachelorette parties, it can be anything associated with weddings. We are all about weddings, guys.
Absolutely. And Brittany, who is on our team, Brittany has relocated back to the Keys. So we are
very excited about that.
Erin is thrilled about that. I don't know if Brittany's watching or not this morning. She's moving, so poor child is probably not even set up on Wi-Fi yet. But boots back on the ground in Key West full time. So even though Erin and I are not there any longer, we do have Brittany back there. Erin, as you know, based in Nashville now, Fainting Goat Cafe. I'll let you talk about Nashville, Erin, although we are going to be visiting you in June for the bridal retreat. So we're excited about that.
I know. We're super excited to have a bridal retreat here in June. Excited to get you guys dates on that and location so that way you can get all set up for that. But Nashville is just booming. Everything that they're talking about for 2020 is just continued growth. So Nashville is an incredibly hot spot, and I'm excited to talk about Tennessee, and there's some other places in Tennessee too that we'll talk about when we hit this state. But we have the cafe here in Nashville, so the Fainting Goat Cafe. Definitely take a look at that if you haven't, and make sure that you pop by while you're in town.
Yes, and we can do catering through there, so we'll talk about that as well. We have Chef Enrique near and dear to my heart that I miss from Florida. So any weddings that we can do in Nashville, I will be excited about having my goat cheese stuffed chicken.
I'm sure he'll be thrilled about making it again. He hasn't made it in a while, so.
I'm sure.
I do also want to give a shout out and mention to Erin Washington. She wrote a book last year. It is published. It is out. You can purchase it on Amazon. It is a great book just to give you some confidence to figure out how to balance your life. Everyone's busy working, trying to do a million things, and just figure out how to focus on you. So we have posted that on Swivel and on Leftovercakechat on our social medias. So if you get a chance, take a look at that book, get a copy of it, or you can download it to an ebook, a Kindle, or whatever, and read it. So definitely take a look at that. Congrats, Erin. We are super excited and happy for you.
Yeah, Erin is one of our coaches for the bridal retreat. She was also one of our brides. And she is such an amazing inspiration, and her story is one to be shared She has a book signing coming up next week. So we're so excited for her. And we're excited for her to sign books at each of our retreats as well. You can follow her at Squats and Margaritas. Love that name. We have ties to margaritas like everywhere. Like Laura, one of our other coaches, she is a big margarita fan, makes these healthy margaritas, which who knew that was
And
possible.
they're so good. I will attest to that. So
Yeah.
we'll have to bring her on in February or at the bridal retreat when we go live and have her make margaritas for us.
Yes. Oh, that'd be perfect. That'll be our toast drink in March. We'll be drinking by then, I'm sure.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, well, I think that unless anyone has any questions, which you know me, I'm trying to squint to see the screen here. I don't think we do.
I don't see any questions.
I did want to mention one thing. I think our love mission for the month, and we have not formally talked about it with everything going on, but we'll talk about that next week too. But I do think we're going to try to do something with all of these animals that are being hurt in Australia. The picture,
Yes.
heart-wrenching. I can't watch. I'm tearing up even thinking about it. But I think we're going to make that our love mission for January to do a donation to Australia somehow to help the animals. These fires are just out of control. The number of animals that are hurt, and it's just too much. So we'll add that to next week as well.
Yeah, and we'll also get, we'll try to get on through Facebook and post something to raise some money as well. So I know there's organizations and stuff doing that. So we'll get that posted, and, you know, anything helps, guys.
Yeah, and just to know too, we vet anything that we post and share that you're donating to is completely vetted to make sure that it's actually going to the cause. We're big fans of that ourselves. So that's a lot for the first week of the year, but we're excited. We'll talk to you next week. I guess we can just say we're going to talk about Florida next week, and then maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll just end of every cake chat, we'll tell you where we're going to talk about the following week, and that way you can prepare your questions. And if you are planning a destination wedding in that state, please let us know. We've been to virtually every state for some type of celebration. So
yeah, it'll be exciting.
we're going. All right.
I wish we could be in every state every weekend. I think my husband might be
that's going to be like our 2021 goal, right?
There we go.
I think we're going to get the United States covered, you know, with these locations, and then let's just, you know, go out of the country and visit our locations in 2021. I'm all for that.
Sounds like a plan to me.
All right, Erin, good to see you. Happy New Year, everyone. And we'll see you next week live from.
Cheers.
Cheers.